In tonight's video, you're going to learn how to make cranberry sauce homemade in just 15 minutes. Here's how. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, This Boomer's Life. I'm Kim, and I'm going to show you how to make cranberry sauce in 15 minutes. On the stove top, in a saucepan, take 12 ounces of fresh cranberries, 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice or store-bought orange juice, a teaspoon of vanilla, and some orange peel if you've got it. Just take some of the orange peel off the orange. Otherwise, that's optional. You're going to put this on a medium heat, and you're going to boil or cook until the cranberries are softened. So I'm going to show you what that stage looks like once I turn the stovetop on and get these things cooking. Okay, this is the very first stage of it. It's starting to heat up, and the water that's in the cranberries makes the cranberries pop. So you want to make sure that you're stood back from the stove. You don't have any younger children or anything like that near the stove when this is going on, because they do pop, and the stuff that's inside them goes pretty far. I mean, I've gotten burned in the arm and face. So you can put a cover on your pot, but you need to leave some of the cover off so that steam doesn't build up underneath. But this is the first stage. You just start seeing the sugar is caramelizing in the bottom. So you start seeing like a brown foam coming up. You can hear the popping going on. And you just let it be. You stir it a little bit, keep a watch on it. Make sure you're near it because it's going to start like frothing up here. So then at that point you're going to turn. I have it on medium high, which is on an old stove 5 to 6. I'm going to now turn it down to 4 before it overflows, obviously. So down to 4 we're going to go. I'm just going to kind of stir. That's the first stage. And things are popping open and they're starting to soften up. Okay, now we're moving into the next stage where, as you can see, the juices are pink or light red. A lot of the berries have split open now and they are getting softer. So kind of go into the simmering stage now. So my stovetop is now on the 3 and 4, which is like a medium low, not quite simmer yet. So this is an old-fashioned stove, about 30 years old. So when you first start, you're going to be on medium to medium high, but once it does start cooking, once you start to see bubbles, turn it down to medium, because the higher that it goes, the more that those cranberries will split open and squirt, and the liquid is very hot. So at this stage, you want it between a medium and a simmer. You just want the cranberries to cook slow and get soft and the juices to thicken. Okay, this is what the last stage of the cooking looks like. The liquid is thickened, all of the cranberries are softened, and it's just going at a low speed, simmer. So I would say it's probably a high simmer. I'm now going to turn it officially down to just simmer. So when you're looking at it, you're barely going to see any bubbles in that, but it's still going to be cooking, and it's still going to be thickening. Okay, there's what the simmer looks like, and at this stage you're going to go in with the potato masher. I'm not real fond of this one. I liked my old one, but my husband's always upgrading the potato masher because he loves and eats mashed potatoes. I don't really care for this one. But you do the best you can. The berries are soft. This helps it thicken even more. We're still underneath 10 minutes. It may seem like longer, but it's actually, you can make this cranberry sauce in almost exactly 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to let it go a little bit longer. Probably we're looking at about 2 minutes. And then I'll be back. Okay, we are at about the 11 11-minute mark of cooking. So I've turned the stove off, and now we're just going to let it cool and finish the thickening process. As far as the ingredients, if you don't want to use the white granulated sugar, you can use equal parts of honey. For a richer, deeper flavor, you can try brown sugar instead of the white sugar, same measurement. As far as the orange juice goes, either freshly squeezed, orange juice, or you can just use store-bought orange juice. And then, of course, you do the 3/4 cup of water. I think I said a teaspoon of vanilla. It's actually a half a teaspoon of vanilla, good vanilla. And if you want to put in some grated orange peel, that's it. So 15 minutes, there's about 2 minutes, 3 minutes of prep, and about 12 total minutes of cooking. And now it's going to cool. And for me, I'm not just going to put it in a bowl and serve it. I'm going to put it in these containers that I've sterilized once the cranberry sauce is cooled down. And then I'm going to put 2 of them in the freezer. So I'll put till I fill it up to right about here. So we got plenty of room left when you put it into the freezer. I usually try and go for a good 2 inches, but you might not need that much. But if you're scared that the glass will break, definitely do the 2 inches in these, or whatever juice or jam jar that you decide to use. These are Mason ball jars, and I think that they were originally like for spices and stuff like that, but I use them for jam. So I leave about 2 inches, 1.5 inches. I'm not going to put the cranberry sauce in this one, cranberry sauce in this one, and I've got a third one that I'm going to put in the refrigerator. All I do is put the covers, the full covers, so both this and this, because we're not going to be water bathing them or anything like that. Screw that cover on, and then I put them both in a freezer bag and put them in the door of my, I have just a refrigerator freezer, but if you had a chest, you could just set them down on your chest freezer. Try not to put too heavy of objects on top of them if you do put them into a chest freezer, because you don't want to crush them or anything like that. But it's good in the freezer and that for up to 3 months. In the refrigerator, it doesn't stay around here for longer than 5 to 7 days. So that is where we're at. I hope that you've enjoyed this video on how to make cranberry sauce in 15 minutes. If you do end up using the recipe that'll be posted in the show notes, let me know how it turned out. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like videos about cooking and baking and cleaning and organizing, some shopping, some decorating for holidays, some travel in Wisconsin, just everyday life, shopping hauls. I buy new things. I do book reviews, movie reviews sometimes. If you like those types of videos from a 58-year-old living in Wisconsin right now in an apartment with her husband and their almost 15-year-old cat, hit the subscribe button. I make a video once, sometimes twice a week, and I'd love to have you here. If you have any comments about this cranberry sauce or any questions on that, please leave them in the comments section, and I will get back to them right away. I usually answer comments within an hour or two. So thank you for joining me here, and I hope it turns out wonderful, and happy holidays. Hi everyone, and welcome to This Boomer's Life. You should be enjoying this cranberry sauce recipe by this time. This is the second time that I put it up. I was okay losing all the views from the first video because I wanted to remake the cranberry sauce recipe so that there wasn't any blurriness on that, and a few more exact instructions and show you up close and personal. So I hope that you enjoy this cranberry sauce recipe and make it for your family. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this type of video and more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.